George, we head into our third game of the season. How have you assessed the first two games so far?
Yeah, obviously lost the first one, but then we bounced back in the correct way with a good performance, good result. Main thing was, learning from the mistakes at Stockport, correcting them and getting the 3 points, which we did.
And last week was quite a complete performance. I'm sure you'd be looking to replicate that this Saturday at Barnsley.
Yeah, if we can find them levels again, it's going to put us in a good position to go on and get the 3 points again, and that's what we've been focusing on past couple of days in training. Again, there was stuff in the game that we can improve on, but there was a lot of positives to take.
The gaffer mentioned that you was quite unlucky not to start that first game of the season, but you showed a great response last week to put that right.
Yeah, obviously I was disappointed, but once he's made his decision on the team, he's not going to change his mind. So the only thing I can do is keep training hard and waiting for my opportunity to come, which it did.
And there is that competition for places which drives everyone, like you said, in that situation for you and for other players that might not have started that first game.
Yeah, that's the best thing for a squad, is to have good, healthy competition. It keeps each other pushing every day. You've got to be at maximum levels each and every day in training, and that's what the lads have shown.
And you've been selected to be part of that leadership group, so that must be good for you and to drive the standards within the group.
Yeah, I consider myself a bit of a leader before. The gaffer named his selection, and it's a really good group this year. There's a lot of good characters that have come in. A lot of leaders, even the new lads. The personalities are starting to come out, and they're showing really good characteristics. So it's putting us in a good position. And the
average age of the squad's come down a little bit this year. So is that part of your responsibilities to sort of speak to those younger lads and guide them through as well?
Yeah, definitely. But as I said, they're quite level-headed lads. They're quite mature for their age. They've had plenty of appearances in men's football already, so they know what to do. But yeah, it is kind of our job as a leadership group to guide them.
On Saturday we go to Barnsley, a team we know very well from recent years. It's always a tough game, isn't it, whenever we go there?
Yeah, it's a great place to go when you win. It's always going to be a good travelling support, and it's always they have good home support when it's going well for them. So they've won their first two games, so we're expecting a tough test, but we've worked on them, and hopefully we know what to expect.
Only 2 games in, but they have won both games, so it would be good for us to go there and to get something or to get a win and to keep us on that momentum.
Yeah, we were looking to back up last week's league performance. It kind of means nothing if we don't go and back it up this week and reproduce a similar performance. So that's the main objective.
And the gaffer's mentioned a lot about keeping clean sheets, so that must be music to your ears, because if we can do that, like I said, we've got the players down the other end of the pitch that can go and nick us goals as well.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to be able to win all games by 2-3 goals. You might only get one chance, and you've got to take that. So if we can shut up shop at the other end, it'll help out the attackers.
Yeah. Now, important is that, especially away from home, when, like I say, teams are going to try and come onto you and stick it to you a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely, especially Barnsley. We know they're going to start fast at home. They're going to get after us. So managing the opening part of the game, and then we'll grow into it, and hopefully we'll come out the right side of that.
And just finally, over 3,000 Bolton fans making that trip, so how important it is to them and how good it will be to get that win as well.
Yeah, massive. We know these away support's always top. Probably the best in the league. And we know they'll be right behind us from kick-off, and hopefully we can get the 3 points for them.